Well, one of the questions is, do I really want to attract somebody by essentially being hard to get? Because if I play hard to get for a long time, I won't know what their reaction is to me being just me.
This one came in. I will keep this person's name anonymous because I don't know if she wants her name to be out there. So it reads, "Hi, I want you to talk about the idea that if you show interest, the other person will inevitably pull away. So it's not right to show interest, ? If someone in our past pulled away, how can I overcome the feeling of fear that when I meet somebody else who in fact shows interest, he won't pull away?" So gist of it is this idea, this story that if she expresses interest, that will drive somebody away and almost kind of, create an imbalance between in the dynamic. And so she's afraid of actually expressing interest in dating in general.
Yeah. Well, it starts with an assumption, doesn't it? That if I show interest, they will pull away. And look, most of us have evidence for that at some point. We've shown interest in someone, and the moment we started really showing interest, it felt like they pulled away. They stopped being interested. They stopped pursuing us. The question becomes, or one of the questions is, do I really want to attract somebody by essentially being hard to get? And for how long do I want to play that game? Because if I play hard to get for a long time, I won't know what their reaction is to me being just me, to me actually showing up, to me dating the way I would really like to date, where I let my guard down and where I just have fun and where I'm not constantly trying to put on some kind of performance, perfectly calibrating all the time exactly how much interest I show in someone and always keeping it just on the side of not enough, so that this person's constantly reeled in by my playing hard to get. How long do you want to do that for? And it's also a really scary thing to get someone by continuously playing hard to get and then eventually getting them and not knowing what's going to happen when you actually decide to just be yourself.
Yeah, that's so true. And I think as well, the realization that if you behave in unhealthy ways, such as playing games, playing hard to get, you're going to attract unhealthy people. And the person who you managed to get because you were kind of hot and cold and kept them on their toes and kept them guessing as to whether you liked them isn't necessarily going to be the kind of person you're going to want to be with long term. Really what you're looking for, if you are a secure person, you're looking for a secure partner, and secure people don't actually respond well to mixed signals. So I would also, advise looking inward and saying, is there something in me that almost believes that that's the value that of relationships is when, maybe I'm also interested when people are kind of hot and cold. And so I believe that that's why other people will be interested. And I don't believe that an authentic mutual connection can really give me, it doesn't ever flourish into a real relationship.
What do you say to people who say, okay, but there's obviously an amount of interest that does seem to push people away? And it does feel like in reality, there's an appropriate amount of interest to give someone, and it can easily be got wrong. A little bit like how in a breakup, when someone breaks up with another person, the person who's been broken up with may really want them back. And there is this intuitive sense that I can push too hard. I can be very, very desperate at the time of a heartbreak. There's an amount of that doesn't serve us in those moments. And most of us realize there is something about human nature that means if we try too hard or if we show too much interest, it does seem to have some kind of an effect, even in potentially healthy situations. So how do you manage, I'm curious what your thoughts are on managing that dichotomy between wanting to be authentically yourself and not wanting to show so much interest even if it's authentic, that you do push someone away who just thinks it's too much.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to share.
Okay, is it very personal?
It is personal. It's extremely personal. If you're anything like us, you spend a lot of time at home and you spend a lot of time in pajamas and loungewear when you're at home. And what I have realized recently in the last few months is that I don't have any nice loungewear.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. But I did something to correct it. I bought some really nice, comfy, beautiful pajamas. And we are so fortunate that this brand that we love has reached out to us and given us a discount code for people to use who listen to the podcast. The brand is called Cozy Earth. And you may not know this, but we use their bed sheets.
I did know this.
You did know this.
You told me. You don't stop talking about it.
But they don't just do bed sheets, they do pajamas, which is what I love the most personally. They have these really soft, buttery feeling pajamas. I sleep in them really often and they're so lovely, they're so breathable and they're so soft. And they
you
look
sort of live
cool.
in them.
I live a little bit in them.
They do look very cool.
And we just wanted to share it with you guys because at the moment you can actually get a 40% discount on any Cozy Earth item using the code LOVELIFE. And I'm telling you guys, personally, I love this brand. I really, really love their pajamas. I love their bed sheets. I am just a very big fan of theirs. And I think you will really love them too.
And Mother's Day is coming up. I've already got my mum a lovely little pair of Cozy Earth pajamas. So that's done.
Aren't we going to look so cute, all of us in our little matching soft pajamas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be lovely.
My mum's going to be very happy. She prizes being cozy above all else. So I went and got myself a lovely little discount on those pajamas, and you can too. Going to cozyearth.com, use our 40% discount code LOVELIFE to get that for yourself, to get a present for your mum, or, just treat yourself, treat someone you love to these buttery soft pajamas.
What this listener expresses is something I've felt before many, many times. And to your point, I think it is a fine line and it is a kind of balance to be struck because we all have points of reference where we were very keen and all in and no games, and that actually did push somebody away. And so I'm not coming from a place of saying you need to be coming out and being all healed in order to attract a healed person, whatever. That's not what I'm saying. I think that there is a difference between letting somebody believe that you are all in so early on before that's even earned, that they start to question your value, and showing up authentically in a vulnerable and open way where somebody actually knows where they stand with you. But where they stand with you in the early stages of dating should actually not be in a very secure place. It's I like you. I like how this is going. I'm enjoying spending time with you. I like this about you. I enjoy this about you. But I don't know you. And so it's not a given that this is going to still be working for me in 3 months. But I know that right now I'm enjoying it. And I'm not afraid of expressing and showing that I'm enjoying your company. And I think, something that we all make a big mistake in when we're dating is we sort of will invest in somebody, we'll show our interest, and when we feel either them not reciprocating or them pulling away, we'll almost kind of either double down on it or just completely pull away ourselves because we're afraid of getting hurt. And then we're doing it as a means of getting a response from them. I think that it's kind of about going you have my attention for now and you have my interest for now. And if you start to show me that this interest of mine is misplaced and it's not actually found its right home, I'll take it away. And I won't do it to get a reaction from you. I won't do it to get you running back towards me. I'll do it because this isn't interesting to me anymore. And that's a really difficult thing to do. But I think that's kind of the that's the trick, right? That's the thing that we have to do. It's not about not showing that we're interested. It's about knowing when to withdraw when somebody's not reciprocating that interest. And that's I think whether or not somebody is emotionally unavailable or emotionally available, there is something very attractive about somebody coming in a very secure way and being conscious about how they kind of distribute their energy, and somebody who goes, well, you've actually shown yourself to not be somebody that I want to keep investing in, so I've pulled away. But it's okay. I don't resent you for that. I'm just not interested in this anymore. That's really attractive. Even if you're someone who's emotionally unavailable, that you're like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean you were just able to get over me in 5 minutes? and so I think that's a more interesting quote unquote game to play than to almost be so measured and so restricted about how we come across that we're never really showing ourselves, because I think we just end up pushing secure people away, and we end up actually attracting the very people that are going to make us unhappy.
Yeah, because part of our charisma and our charm is showing interest. Like that's part of what the fun of it is. People get to see the part of us that is having a good time.
And actually, not to interrupt you, in the beginning of our relationship, you and I did not have a linear path to a relationship, but what was always there was a very authentic and clear interest on both sides. There was never any doubt that we liked each other. There was never any, I'm not going to text you, I'm not going to tell you how I feel, I'm not going to, there wasn't the commitment in the beginning, but the interest and the sort of expression of feeling was always present.
I always remember when you borrowed a book of mine, and you noticed that there were words circled in the book. Do you remember this?
No. Was this Devil in the White City?
I don't know what maybe it was, but there were words circled, and I think you realized, maybe you even asked me, what are these words that are circled? And I was like, oh, well, they're words that when I read it, I wanted to look up, because I either didn't know what they meant or because I don't use them enough. And I think you smiled, and I was like, what? And you wrote to me in a text, nothing. It's just one of my new favorite things about you. And it stuck with me because it was always it's like one of those flirtatious, warm moments where you show interest, where you don't hold back interest. So yeah.
I love that story. I didn't remember that.
Yeah. But it goes to, it's just speaking to your point that it's not, you don't have to hold back. But you saying that isn't an indication of and now I've got her. Because if you, as you say, if I start being annoying or frustrating, or
which you did,
you would have your own reaction to that, which is to start to pull back yourself, which you did. Thank you so much for writing in. If you do want to write in, the email address is podcast@matthewhussey.com. May the 20th is an important date to put in your diary. I am holding a free live event to the world called Dating Made Simple, the no-nonsense approach to finding love in 2025 without settling for less. We are going to have over 10,000 people joining from all over the world. I want you to be one of them. If you're struggling in dating right now, if you're finding that what's on offer seems really, really depressing, if you find that people aren't willing to settle down, or they're not even willing to take dating seriously, and you feel like you are burning out in the process of trying to find love, this event is for you. It's on May the 20th. It's completely free. Bring your friends, bring your family. You can sign up for free at lovelifetraining.com.